Financial Action Task Force. It is also known as FATF. So, FATF means it is an agency which checks on the cases of money laundering. Money laundering is nothing but theft of money or fake printing of money. All those currency issues will be coming under the money laundering. So, it has been one of the major um, crimes overall the globe. So to check on that, Financial Action Task Force has been established in the year 1989 during the G7 summit in Paris. So G7 means the group of 7 developed countries. So they are France, Canada, Germany, Italy, Japan, UK and US. So during the Paris G7 summit in the year 1989, the Financial Action Task Force was established to check on the issues of money laundering. So, during its establishment, the primary aim was only to check on the issues of money laundering. But after the US terror attack in the year 2001, the Financial Task Force has been expanded to check on the issues of terror financing also. And from then onwards, Financial Task Force has become the global watchdog for money laundering and terror financing. And recently only this financing proliferation has been added. So what this financing proliferation means, the transfer or export of nuclear weapons, chemical weapons or biological weapons. So finally, the present aim of Financial Action Task Force is it should be the watchdog for money laundering, terror financing and also financing proliferation. So the main objective of Financial Task Force is this one. And next, coming to the members of the Financial Action Task Force, there are overall total 39 members. Upon here, 37 are countries, and there are two organizations, which is European Commission and Gulf Cooperation Council. So overall, there are 39 members. Now, till now, Financial Action Task Force has recommended 40 recommendations to fight money laundering, and 9 special recommendations were given to fight against terror financing. In 2005, United Nations Security Council urged all these member states to implement these recommendations. And Financial Action Task Force monitors every year, and if it come across any serious issues, then it categorizes those countries under the Graylist and Blacklist countries. So even though Graylist and Blacklist does not exist in official FATF terminology, those lists are maintained to describe about the countries. So now let's look into the differences between the Graylist and Blacklist countries. First, we'll look at the Graylist countries. So if a country is in Graylist, then that means that the country is involved in money laundering and terror financing. So FATF will monitor that particular country very closely, and on the other side, that grey listed country will lose its reputation, as that country will not get any financial aid like from the Asian Development Bank or International Monetary Fund or World Bank, and these organizations will not help financially for the development of that country. And the companies show less interest in investing in those grey listed countries. So these are the ill effects of being in the grey list. Now coming to the blacklist. So if a country is not at all cooperative with the Financial Action Task Force recommendations and carry on to involve in serious money laundering cases and terror financing cases, then that country is kept under the blacklist. So no foreign investments, no financial aid. Upon that, sanctions also will be deployed in those countries. So recently, this topic is actually in news because FATF has announced removal of Pakistan from grey list. So upon that only, it has come under the current affairs issue. So now let's look into some of the concerns regarding the FATF. The first one is lack of effectiveness. So, FATF makes its decisions based on the assurance than on the actual performance. So, Pakistan was removed from the grey list before also in the year 2015 as it adopted some legal measures. So when the Pakistan was kept in grey list in 2015, Pakistan has adopted some legal measures, and upon that also, uh, it stated that they'll work on this terror financing if there is any strategic assets. So strategic assets was in the legal measures also, but FATF has removed it from the grey list, and after the Pulwama attack, it has again put Pakistan into the grey list. So before, I mean, not only seeing legally or informally, on the real grounds, FATF should consider a country and should keep or should take out from the grey list. So for this, there is lack of effectiveness. And the next one is keeping the country under grey list or blacklist is seen as an instrument of power politics. This is one of the major issue. And the third one is there are some concerns on FATF selecting its president. So they are informally selecting their presidents. So this is one of the major issue. And the next is there are no international agreements regarding what means terror financing or what is terrorism. So these are some of the concerns regarding FATF. Now coming to the way forward. So there should be some categorization within the grey list, like they should keep some shades of grey, so that instead of directly keeping or removing a country from grey list, some stages of grey list should be maintained for effective implementation of the main aim of FATF. And the next one is the FATF members and its appointment process should be more transparent. We have there is an issue of informally electing the president. So all those elections and appointments should be made transparent. And the third is for the effective implementation of FATF, FATF's main objective, proper research and analysis should be implemented. So research and analysis also play an important role for the effective implementation of FATF's objective. And also there should be a close coordination and cooperation with other key international organizations like IMF, World Bank, United Nations, and FATF style regional bodies. So this is about the FATF.